All right, so today we're going to learn about Alexander von Humboldt. And this presentation is by Rachel Brindle. A little bit about Alexander von Humboldt. He was born in Berlin in 1769, where he was educated from a very early age by his mother, who was shaping him for a public office. He was mostly educated in economics and political history. He wasn't a very good student. He was kind of sickly, and he yearned to travel. He even debated joining the military so he could. Then he grew up, and after fruitless studies in economics at the University of Frankfurt, he left and went to Berlin, where he studied engineering, and here he also developed a passion for botany. After Berlin, he also developed a passion for minerals, and so he decided to attend the School of the Mines in Freiburg, and he was then sent to Fischl Mountains to oversee a mine there. But eventually he got tired of that, so he commissioned a trip to South America through the King of Spain, who was in control of a lot of the land and stuff in South America. And here is a map of how he went. He left from Spain and went to Santa Cruz, and then from there he went to the northern part of South America, and he traveled all through there, and then eventually making it up to North America, where he also did some exploring. In his trip to South America, him and his crew collected a lot of specimens, both animal, plant, and mineral. They also studied electricity, and he and his team were one of the first to discover the Electrophorus electricus, or the electric eel. Also, while they were there, they extensively mapped out a good portion of South America, and they would also routinely climb mountains so that they could set altitude records. Another thing that he did was he discovered the Humboldt current, and he discovered this because he was in Peru trying to figure out why Peru was a lot drier than a lot of the areas surrounding it, and it was because of the cold ocean current off the coast. And since it's on the western side with also a cold ocean current, it has all of the characteristics of a Mediterranean climate. So some things that were going on in Europe in the 17th through 1800s, Napoleon started his reign, and he had taken over France and surrounding areas. The French Revolution also happened, and the British Industrial Revolution happened, which led to a greater need for things like lumber and coal and other natural resources. Why was he important? He was the first to view the Earth as an organism, and he talked a lot about this in his book that he wrote called The Cosmos. He was also the first to view the forest as an ecosystem, to see all the ways that other parts of the ecosystem interacted with each other and how they needed each other. He was also the first to warn against mass irrigation and cash crops, and also lumber harvesting, which they were doing a lot of during the Industrial Revolution. He was also the first to warn against global climate change because he saw that what was happening in some areas was affecting others. He was the first to point out that if they were doing mass irrigation in one area, it would cause another area to be much drier than it should. So this is all the reasons why that is important.